think it's cold out now? Try toughing it out during the Pleistocene epoch. Talk about a perpetual winter. Hey Gronk, you might want to put on some pants. It's barely gonna crack 20 degrees in July. Caveman Games as we know it was originally a Commodore 64 and MS-DOS game called Caveman Olympics. Ugh, ugh is right. Developed by Dynamics and released in 1988. The more popular version came when Data East published a port of the game on the NES in 1990, bringing senseless Neanderthal violence into the homes of Nintendo fans worldwide. You can play a single-player mode against a computer, or challenge up to 3 of your friends and rekindle your primal urge for domination. There are 6 events to compete in. You have Mate Toss, in which you see how many feet you can toss your special cave lady. Foots. Clubbing, which is an awkward pseudo-fighting game. The Dino Vault, where you pole vault over a vicious and hungry Tyrannosaurus Rex. You guys couldn't have picked a tree to vault over? 2 distinct racing games, Saber Race, where you have to outrun a saber-toothed tiger, and the Dino Race, which doesn't look like it, but is one of the most horribly awkward and broken minigames I've ever played in my entire life. And the most unique event in the game, Fire Making, where you compete to be the first player to start a fire. You can blow multiple short breaths on the fire at a time, but it's worth the extra time to inhale more deeply and blow stronger breaths. However, inhale too deeply for too long and you'll temporarily stun yourself. To top it all off, you can try to bash your opponent in the head with your club, stunning them and giving you more time to work on your own fire. On principle alone, Caveman Games has a very nice variety of minigames, and it's cool to see a number of different genres attempted. Although the execution of them isn't the best, most of them, not all, but most, are at least functional. The MS-DOS and Commodore 64 versions of the game had music composed by Alan McKean. The music in this version is pretty minimal, and there's not much to say about it. However, it does have this goofy take on the Olympic theme. The NES port has music composed by Jonathan Dunn, an annoyingly difficult fact to find because he, like so many other composers and people in general who worked in video games in the 80s and 90s, didn't get a credit in the game. Didn't these people know we were going to want to research them for YouTube videos 25 years in the future? Selfish. The music here is a lot more upbeat. A welcome addition to the NES version is that each event has its own unique music, which is not necessary but is a nice touch. You might even find yourself not wanting to start an event because you're too busy listening to the music. Overall, Caveman Games is a fun diversion for about half an hour. The humor alone warrants a playthrough, as each of the 6 playable characters has a quirky biography, and the animations can get pretty wacky. The variety of events, and the relative quickness of each of them, makes for a fast, fun multiplayer match. Way to go, Gronk! Maybe with the winnings you can buy yourself a mammoth fur parka.
Now for the Dino Vault. Eat him! Eat him! No post-game interview there.
Caveman Games for the Nintendo Entertainment System. You get bitten, you get eaten.